Yes. Hey, Cowboys fans. Good Sunday, good Sunday. Happy winning Sunday to you all. Wow. Just think about the game yesterday and, you know, what transpired. It's simply amazing. And I got a lot to get to, and the fact remains I owe Dak, and I'm not too proud. I got on a couple lives yesterday with some YouTubers. I'm not too proud to admit it. I won't beat around the bush, and I'll get to some of that. But, you know, I think we owe Dak and Garrett an apology and some credit here because just you were able to beat a team that, to me, was the stoutest in the playoffs, and you just took them the distance. I mean, and just a lot goes into that, but it just feels good to, first of all, be watching the playoffs knowing that your team is continuing, okay? That's number one. The week's going to feel a little bit better, especially I don't know where you guys are, but I'm in Washington, D.C., so walking around with this Cowboys hat on, with this Cowboys jacket on, with these Cowboys seat covers, and all this investment, this Cowboys stuff, and me being a real fan, you know, probably to an extent, probably too crazy. That's why I was too hard on Dak, because I love his team so much. But the fact remains, being a fan that I am, it feels good to be in this area, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, all that, DMV, right? To be in this area and know that your team is going to the next round of the playoffs. Just a total team win yesterday. The good, the bad, the ugly, from the owner all the way down to the water boy, a team win. And yes, I said the owner because we give Jerry Jones a lot of flack. But when you see Jalen Smith out there making plays, let's not forget that Jerry took a chance on him. Jerry and his staff took a chance on him that, let's be honest, other GMs, other owners just wouldn't have done. You know, there's tweets and there were doctors who said he just won't be the same. He will not be the same. Well, you see him crush the running back. I forget which running back that was. I don't think it was Penny. You see him make those bone-crushing hits on that guy, and you're like, wow, this guy he's all the way back. You see him spying Russell Wilson, and I'm going to get into that. Actually, that's going to be my film breakdown probably for this week, and I'll also give you guys my winners as to who won the raffle. But, I mean, I just want to get on the camera and talk to y'all. But let's talk about this Dakota Prescott, all right, and how it's now time to give him a lot of respect, all right? So, for me, Dak has been criticized by me, by other fans, and very rightfully so. There's been times in Dak's young career where we probably got too high, we probably got too low, and that's just a life lesson. But here's the but. Dak will tell you himself, there's been times where he hasn't played well. Left throws on the field. I'll be honest with you. Last night, he left a lot of throws on the field. He left some meat on the bone. You know, wasn't accurate all the time. Throughout the season, the first Seattle game in particular wasn't great. The Tennessee game wasn't great. But here goes the but. For Dak Prescott to have a team that's 3-5 in his third year, for him to block out the noise, because now I know that he is a guy who can block out the noise. For him to lock in with his teammates, with his brothers, Ezekiel Elliott being one of those brothers, his defense, the whole team, the full team. It's beautiful that Dak doesn't throw for 1,000 yards because I think it always keeps Dak so humble. And you can hear it in the way he talks. He doesn't want any credit, and he's never wavered as a leader. So, Dak, I owe you for that, man. To go 22 of 23 last night against that defense, where, you know, now I hear people, oh, they were hurt and they're corner. No, stop it. That's an elite defense. That's a playoff defense. They were in the playoffs. You know, that's a Pete Carroll coach team. Whatever you want to say about what they did on the goal line and this, that, and the third, that is a tough as nails defense. That's a tough as nails team. Russell Wilson is a tough as hell quarterback, and you beat him yesterday. Dak Prescott beat him yesterday. All right. And obviously, you know, don't want to bury the lead because the defense carried this team, but I don't want Dak to, in his play, to go unnoticed. Like that 3rd and 16 run, that's big time. Saying F this, I'm not gonna be denied. I just left church, y'all, so I ain't cursing. Sometimes I curse, I'm not perfect, but I don't listen. Sunday, I'm feeling good, baby. Listen, to throw to Gallup, to go right back to Gallup, drop it in the bread basket. They're gonna get that fade together because I was like, man, Dak just does not throw a good fade. What does he do? He shuts me up, goes right back to him. But I think the play of the game was what I said that Dak had to do. You gotta attack the middle of the field. You gotta let some of these routes develop and not be so quick to get rid of the ball. And the throw to Beasley, first the one where he rolled and then he threw it kind of across the field. Amazing throw. All right. Beasley comes up with, Cooper. I know you guys will get me. Cooper comes up with that catch. All right. Cooper caught it. But then the one that Cooper had an amazing game last night. I think he had 9 for 106. Check me on that, but I know he went over 100 last night. And then the throw to Cooper where he sat down in that zone. Those are the two throws that say, this Dak Prescott, he's gonna be somebody. He understands it in year 3. You know, and I gotta humble myself because I was wrong. I made a topic. Dak isn't an NFL quarterback. I was pissed. And I let my emotions get the best of me when this guy went out and won you a playoff game. He's been in the playoff 2 times already in his young 3-year career. I'm honored that this dude's our quarterback because he is going to stay calm. He's not going to go too high. He's not going to go too low. He's just going to do what it takes to win the game. In a world where numbers and stats and touchdowns, and he threw 50 touchdowns and Kirk Cousins threw for 5,000 yards, but look at his demeanor. Guys don't want to follow Kirk Cousins. Guys don't want to follow Ryan Fitzpatrick and, you know, all these guys who can throw for 1,000 yards. But I feel like everybody on this team will go through a brick wall for Dak. Everybody on this team will go through a brick wall for Jason Garrett. The same Jason Garrett that everybody wanted fired, they won't quit on him. Look at all these coaches, this coaching carousel, and all these guys who are gurus. They can't lead men. They can't lead men. And I think the way that the Cowboys handled the Ezekiel Elliott thing was beautiful, right? Because you showed a guy in Zeke that you had his back. I think that the way that the Cowboys handled a lot of issues, and Jerry and Jason and everybody kind of, even with Randy, never giving up on Randy, and he's come through big, and he's going to be big moving forward in these playoffs. But I digress. Dak Prescott, you played big time last night. Jason Garrett, you know, you went for it on that kick, could have cost you, but I like it. You know, we can't say we want a ballsy coach and then hold them to these well, oh, that was dumb. No. You guys can't have it both. You guys, you know, we want Sean Payton, but then when Jason tries something that maybe you guys don't like, he was dumb. No, Jason Garrett never lost his team. These guys love Jason Garrett, and I'm thankful that he's our coach moving forward. So, guys, before I get to anything, I just had to say, man, Dak, we owe you. Cowboys Nation owes Dak this win. And so I'm with him. You know, he played him. He got his confidence so high in that Giants win, and that's why I went back and said that was the biggest win of the year. The Giants win was the biggest win of the year because it's a meaningless game, yeah, but you had to get some mojo into the playoffs, man. Dak he just looked free out there. It looked like nothing. He looked free. So, it's your boy Foot, y'all, as always, man. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. Gonna work on some film today, probably release it tomorrow. I just had to talk to y'all. All right.